Hey, y'all, welcome back to Right at the Wire. Well, as part of our daily stakes play for Saratoga, we're going to be looking at the personal Ensign and a rematch of Nest and Clariere, and that's on the Friday's card. I double checked it this time. It is Friday's card. So it's a pretty good field. It should be a really exciting matchup, so let's take a look at it. Okay, the personal Ensign is a grade one, and it's run on the dirt at a mile and an eighth for 4-year-olds and up, fillies and mares. It's on Friday's card at Saratoga, so let's take a look at it. Number one is Idiomatic. This is a Brad Cox trainee, and by Curlin, as many of them are in this race, so the track shouldn't be a problem. Hasn't run at Saratoga before. This one has been progressing pretty well. It's been steadily improving, particularly since moving to dirt. And the last race at Delaware Handicap, she ran a nice race. Had to battle Classy Edition basically all the way down the stretch, and got up for a nice win. But the one thing that you have to note is, looking back at that field, she really didn't beat a whole lot, and was kind of fully extended in order to do so. And so that kind of, to me, cheapens it a little bit. None of the horses have come back to run and win. A lot of them have been running at lower class levels as well. Classy Edition hasn't run since, but needless to say, the field was not the greatest. Now, this one's in good form, and that certainly means a lot, but I do wonder about a regression a little bit, because she was fully extended and had to work really hard to get that win. So this is a big step up in class. I'm just not sure this one's quite ready for this yet. I think you can use, because there isn't a lot of other pace in this race. I think this one can stay up near the leaders and for a while. Has the potential to be under, but I'd say that's the extent of it. I can't see this one winning against the top three in here. Number two is Malloy, and this one to me is a field filler, just not even close to good enough to compete with anybody in this field. I guess Wayne Catalotto thought after the win around 2 turns that maybe they could give this one a shot, but I don't see it. And to me, it's maybe a pace factor early, but that's the extent of her participation. She's a toss. Number 3 is Secret Oath, and always the question with Secret Oath is she fresh? It always seems like this one, a lot of times, is running, like many Wayne Lucas horses, is running when she probably needs a break. And, she's certainly competitive in this field. I mean, she has beaten Nest before, and she's beaten Clariere before. So we know that she's capable. The question usually is just how fit is she to run. Now, if you look at her last race, the Ogden Phipps, it's kind of a case in point. It was her 4th start in a row, and you could see, looking at the numbers, her form dissipating after the apple blossom. So, it's one of these things that she just has to. She needs a little more time between some starts, and I think she's going to get it here. I fully expect her to run her race. The question is whether it's going to be good enough. I think Nest is going to be awful hard to beat in this spot. Secret Oath is going to need a little help. If maybe it gets a little quick on the front end or something of that nature. I think she's going to run a race, probably rate a little bit in front of Clariere, and then make one run. I wouldn't be surprised if Wayne Lucas tries to send her early to try to get the jump on them. But I think this is one that, Secret Oath is definitely a competitor here. I think you can comfortably use under, but I'm not sure that a win is possible unless she gets some help. 63 Caliber, number 4, is trained by Tom Amos, and his barn is just smoking hot at the meet. He's at 38%. This one had a nice effort in at the spot, a mile and an optional claimer, and you can see that Nostalgic just came back to win. It was a pretty good field. Not kind of a cut below the graded stakes group, I would say. This one, the last time she tried a grade 1 was in the La Troyenne on Derby Day, or Oaks Day rather, I think it was. and didn't fare very well. And she was running against a pretty good field there with Secret Oath and Search Results, as well as Played Hard. So now she's stepping back up again, has had a couple of tighteners, confidence builders, if you will, and she looks ready to roll. I think she'll be up near the pace and might be able to stay in there, maybe to get underneath for the super or the try. But again, I can't see her against the top three beating any of them. But I could see this one hanging on underneath because there isn't a lot of pace on the front end. So now we come to number 5, Nest. This is your prohibitive favorite, and deservedly so. The Shuvee last time, yes, she had it all her own way. It was a small field, and Clariere was at a major league tactical disadvantage. But if you look at the way this one ran that race, she wasn't tuned up all the way and still pretty comfortably put away that field. I think she has clearly improved from her 3-year-old campaign, and that's saying a lot. She was just lights out at Saratoga here last year in the Coaching Club American Oaks in the Alabama. She obviously loves the track, and so I think second off the layoff, I'm sure this is the race they were pointing to. So I think all systems are go here, and should be sitting just off the lead. Tactically, again, is going to have an edge over Secret Oath and Clariere, and we'll have, once the time is right, I think they push the button and this race is over. I really like Nest as your win candidate here. Number 6 is Clariere, and we know what she wants to do. She wants to come from the back, and last time she wasn't able to do it because it was a short field, and she really paid for it. Sapped her late kick. She had to rate chase Nest the whole way around, and that's just not what this one wants to do. On her best day, she is clearly a win candidate here. Tactically, I'm not sure, again, that she's going to have a scenario that's favorable to her because Nest will once again be in the prime position. So one of the two things has to happen. Either they've got to go early and try to catch Nest napping a little bit, and maybe have some momentum built into the stretch and then hang on. That's a tall order, I think. Or Nest, they have to hope, isn't at her best. Either way, I just think this one tactically is in a really tough position. Will be running late, we know that, and is clearly a horse who can win if she can step it up a little bit, which she's more than capable of doing. So I think Clariere is definitely a win candidate. I'm guessing under is a little more likely, probably the bottom of the exacta, but certainly is one of the top 2 in here, I think. So here's what our top 3 looks like for the personal Ensign. We're only going to do 3 because it's a 6-horse field. Number 1, we're going to go with Nest. I think tactically she's going to be in the perfect position. Form-wise, couldn't be coming into the race in better shape. I think the Shuvee was a nice tightener for this race. She ran great in that, not tuned up all the way. I think we can expect a peak effort from her, and positionally, she should be in exactly the right position to take this one down. Number 2, we're going to go with Clariere. We know what she wants to do. She's going to be firing late. She'll have a better setup than she did in the Shuvee, so that should allow her to unfurl her closing kick. And then if she's good enough, she's very capable of winning this. I think I just like Nest a little bit more tactically again, and also I think Nest is on the upswing as opposed to the other 2. So no, Clariere definitely a win candidate, could certainly do it, just like Nest a little bit more. Number 3 is Secret Oath, another one who is the most important thing is coming into this race fresh, and that's not something that a lot of times when we deal with Secret Oath, that's the issue, is that she hasn't had a break. But this time she has, so I think we're going to get a really good effort out of her. I look for her to move early to try to get the edge. Wayne Lucas is known for doing that. And to build up some momentum going into the stretch and maybe get the drop on Nest. And then a question is if she's good enough. So be looking for that. I have a feeling that that's the tactic they're going to use. She is capable of winning, but I'm just not sure. I think if all things being equal, I have to like Nest and Clariere a little bit more. So that's the top three for the personal ensign, and I hope our analysis helps you, and I wish you the best of luck with your own wagering as always. If you do like content like this, you can get more of it over at rightAtTheWire.com. We've got full analysis for Saratoga, 2-year-old maiden races, daily plays, as well as full card analysis on the weekends. So go on over there and take a look. Be a good resource for you if you play the spot. If you like the content you get here on the YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. And it does help to keep us going. I want to thank all of you who recently come on board, and also those of you who have been so kind with dropping words of encouragement. We always appreciate that. And I love this community, and I love the way it continues to grow. And it's pretty exciting what we've got to look forward to in the future. So that's it for today. We'll continue with our daily stakes placings for Saratoga, as well as we'll have a special posting for the Travers. It'd be a really good sequence, I think. So we want to cover that. So be on the lookout for that. So you'll have more from me in the near future. Talk to you soon, and until then, be well.